I'm here for a few minutes before going out for dinner. Yum weh. Sushi. Yum. HNNNGH. I haven't had sushi in ages, and one of the characters in this game brought up sushi and I'm sad. Maybe I can get some Saturday. Here to see a wannabe prosecutor get owned in mental chess. They're it. Hell yeah, wannabes gettin' kicked. At Gerald_Mountain Dew depends on me $. At the _EV_breeder right in the mental dick. Also dude, this song is a perfect 60 BPM, and I love that because he conducts with his baton.
Having the game open might help. Oh, I don't need to be that quiet anymore. I can be a little louder. Hello, let's do this. Oh, right, I need to get in the thingy. Boop. And I should appear. There I am. It's me. Let's do this. Alright. Shut up, Sebby. I keep forgetting how friggin' quiet this is. I want to know how to, like, turn the sound up. Hi, Nye. I want to know how to turn the sound up, because the sound on this is so fucking quiet.
Monkey man.
Monkey, monkey, monkey man.
Is this Smoomy?
And yes, it is. That was special. Oh, Simeon, Simon, Seth. Don't know where that came from. Why did you not mention beforehand? No, but I did. What didn't I mention?
Simeon Jimmy.
Simeon Jimmy. That you're a member of the Big Berry Circus. Am I clipping that much? Christ, my mic is oversensitive. Let me just turn it down to that. Oh my god, will you please go down to the exact number? Why are you like this? Fucking give me a sec. This is bugging me. Wait. No way. No way! No way! Oh shit! That's not what I thought it was. Never mind. I got excited for nothing. No, it's just that, I'm not. I can't call myself a member yet. I'm just a new recruit. Regardless, that still makes you a member. Oh, Simon. So why didn't you tell us that before? If I had told you I was a part of the circus, it would have made me look suspicious, right?
Chimp chump.
Since I also knew Knightley and all that, Chimp Chump sounds really familiar. What the fuck? I didn't think anyone would believe what I had to say, not even you guys, Kay. Didn't we promise to believe in you? But Mr. Edgeworth, you're just kinda... Not wrong. Man, you're just terrible at getting information from people, aren't you, Miles?
Hey,
that's
everyone,
none of your concern.
you have to drink water.
Thank you, Dacre Ladybot. Looks like we need to have this talk with him again. So, what did you do at the circus, Simon? I guess you could say I'm a wild animal tamer. I'm still just an apprentice, though. Oh my fucking god.
I guess he's a sus simian.
Wow, that's incredible! So you command lions and tigers and bears, oh my, to do your bidding, right? Nuh-uh, nothing crazy like that. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way! My partner is this little guy right here. That fucking dickhead of a monkey! And that makes you a wild animal tamer. He's more like an organ grinder than a wild animal tamer. Hey, Money, cut that out. He can be quite a handful sometimes. Oh shit, he's pulling a Ratatouille. I thought organ grinders controlled them monkeys, not the other way around. Wait, am I reading that wrong? Is that saying organ grinders or organ minders? I'm confused. Yesterday you told us you were just a regular employee, correct? Even if I am a member of the service, I'm still legally an employee. We're just like any other regular company. The ringleader's the boss and I'm just a grunt. I even have a supervisor. She's the head of the Wild Animal Tamer Division. Oh no. No matter what kind of fierce creature, they all immediately follow her every command. Oh no. She might even be able to get a handle on Miles there. I'm not a wild animal. Did you and your supervisor take part in the animal show here in the prison?
Organ grinders. Like those old crank organs.
Yeah, it's just us two. It was only a small operation this time around. Basically, my supervisor takes center stage and I take care of all the dirty work. Well, I did have a tiny part in the performance. So there are only 2 members of the circus that are related to this case. Okay, so it's him and her, probably. So, can you tell me about your movements around the prison? Okay, I went to meet Knightley 2 days ago around noon. And that's when you gave him the chessboard? That's right, and then that night I started setting up the stage in the courtyard. It was pretty tough, going back and forth moving all the crates by myself. I have cuts all over my fucking wrist, 'cause fucking cardboard. I left everything in. Workroom A, I think. Oh, I read that very wrong. Let me try that again. I left everything in Workroom A, I think. Just temporary storage. Workroom A, that's where the body was discovered. Didn't your supervisor help at all? No way, I can't let her do anything like that. That's my job. After I got everything ready, we started rehearsing. When we left, it was almost midnight. Show was set to start at 8 a.m. the next day and go on till 10 a.m. The only one who went in and out of where the body was Mr. Keyes. Was found as Mr. Keyes, and then the body was found just before the show ended. Do you happen to know why you were arrested? It's weird how it happened so fast. I didn't think that pest guy would have had you arrested on a whim. I wouldn't put it past him, though. Well, maybe it's because of that.
Supervisors, doing physical labor, don't make me laugh.
My supervisor does physical labor, but only because his supervisor is a douche. I'm so glad that everyone I work for is above the age of 50 and therefore don't know what Twitch is. When I was moving the crates, I decided to go check on him. You know, nightly. You went directly into the detention block. Did you have permission? No, I had to sneak in. It wasn't a formal visit or anything. Didn't you already see him 2 days ago? Why would you go do such a thing? Well, we're the only friends either of us had since childhood. He was the same as me. We never had real families. I just wanted to talk with him for a bit, so I went to see him. You didn't have a family? When I was younger, I lost the only family I had, my father. So is that it? I know all too well how it feels to lose your father at a young age. So you're the same as Mr. Edgeworth and me. Oh yeah, Kay lost her father too. So it was just the two of you talking at the time. Yeah, all the other cells were empty and there weren't any guards nearby either. Well, then you got out and find that's why they suspected you. What? What? Did I do something really bad? You snuck into the detention level, you doof! Something must have happened while Mr. Keyes and Knightley were alone. That's probably the best logic. Seems that we'll need to talk with your supervisor as well. She should be here today too, probably in the courtyard. Oh, I'm sorry it turned out like this, boss. Simon, if there's anything we can do to help, just tell us. What? What? But I can't do anything in return. Don't you worry about that. We're all your allies. That's because we're like birds of a feather, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Birds of a feather, I suppose that's true. We have sufficient information about your past. I doubt you had a motive to kill Knightley. Rather, you're probably the most affected by his death. And I doubt someone as timid as you could work up the courage to murder someone. I guess you never met Acro. Alright, I'll get you out of there. We'll believe in you. Well, what do we have here? Starting to get the hang of this whole this whole defense attorney gig. You sound a bit like your old man just now. Me. Sound like my father? A would say the defense attorney's job is to be an ally to the deserted. If you're going to ride that stallion into the sunrise, wait for me, I want in too. Mr. Shields, I think you mean sunset. Yeah, of course. It was just a joke. Want some candy? Where did he get that from? No, thank you. I don't like sweets.
Oregon grinders. Like the Columbus Day storm.
Oh dear. Really? What a shame. What's wrong with the sunrise? The legendary Yatagaras is all about the sun, since the sunlight always exposes the truth. Good grief. Thanks, Charlie Brown. For now, let's head to the prison courtyard and see what we can find there. The shutter is open! Yes, it looks that way to lead. It looks like that way leads to the courtyard. So what are we waiting for? Come on, let's get a move on. Oh, bye. She's certainly in high spirits. Sorry, I love Ray just skinking along. Okay, right away I see them top right there. So this is the courtyard. Just before the body was discovered, the animal show was held here. It looks just like a carnival. Man, I bet it was lots of fun. Oh, bye. The prisoners were gathered here when the body was found. So that means whoever saw the show has an alibi. Not necessarily. They could have left early and then come back later. We should start by checking the area for... Ah! Kay! Cut it out, you! Help me, Mr. Edgeworth! You there! Stop right this instant! Ow, 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 ow! Someone, anyone help! Down! Astique!
Okay,
Down!
now.
Have a good night. Have a good night, Devi. I love you. Who are...
Quick,
God.
give it a mouse.
Looks like you found a new playmate. Good for you, Astique. Oh my god, I totally lost my caliph. That wasn't playing around, it was about to eat me. Huh? No way. That's impossible. This child doesn't bite often. No, people normally never get... my god, I can't fucking read. People normally never get to play with an elephant up close. Isn't it wonderful? No, it's not. It's wonderful, right? It was simply marvelous, little lady. Mr. Shields? Really? That makes me so happy. I'm gonna have to give her a different voice. So how about a hug as thanks? Hey, watch where you're swinging that thing. Weren't you taught not to hit people with your trunk? Looks like Astique is friends with everyone. I am an ass of this defense attorney. My name is Miles Edgeworth. If anyone else knows that reference, kudos to you. That is an old-ass picture. Yeah, the California girl thing ain't hitting with her. I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Regina Berry. Nice to meet ya. I'm the great thief and defense attorney's assistant's assistant, Kay Faraday. That's a rather complicated job title. And the one playing with Mr. Elephant is the defense attorney, Mr. Ray Shields. It's not Mr. Elephant. It's Astique, the fantastic Asian elephant. You're incredible, Regina. You made Astique stop right away. Well, I'm a wild animal tamer, after all. Really? Then you must be Simon's supervisor. Yep. I'm the head of the Big Berry Circus Wild Animal Tamer Division, and the one and only Regina Berry. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Ace Attorney Ray Shields. Looks like he's the one she has a handle on. Yeah, she's perfect. What are you mumbling about, Kay? Look at her. She's energetic, fun-loving, and healthy. She could be the new member of the Yatagaras. She'd be perfect as a great thief. Jesus Christ. Stop being gay for 10 seconds, Kay. A great thief? That sounds like fun! We could make a huge ruckus with the animals! Oh, you can't make a ruckus. A great thief is supposed to be quiet and sneaky-like. But the show needs to have flash. Being quiet is kind of boring. Oh, I guess she's not very thief-like after all. It seems there's been a breakdown in negotiations. Alright, let's get started, Mr. Edgeworth. Check out anything that looks suspicious. We'll even look through the barbed wire if we have to. Yes, we need to gather more information about the case. We should also try talking with anyone connected to the case. It's the Berry Big Circus's Asian elephant Astique. I suppose, supposedly very friendly with humans. Doesn't seem very friendly. It's your stern gaze, Mr. Edgeworth. It must think you're the boss. Are you comparing me to an animal? That's not what I meant. I think it approves of you. That doesn't make me the least bit happy. Danger! High voltage! These signs really do exist. On the other side, you can see what appears to be the detention center's garden. I didn't know the detention center had a garden. It's just as Warden Rowland said. You can see the garden from her office. If it weren't for this barbed wire, we could take a look at the garden on the other side. That's what Warden Rowland's prized garden. I doubt she'd let us in so easily. Rabbit. What are you doing? Don't you know? If you croak at a frog in the pond, they'll come towards you. The only things that are coming towards you are water striders. Water striders are so cool, they're like ninjas! They glide gracefully on top of the water. I wish I could do that. What about the frogs? What does the sign say? Nothing. It's a wicker crate. No, there are ties attached to it, so I guess it's a cart. It kind of smells like animals. They probably use this instead of the hand trolley at the circus. Just once I'd like to ride one of these bad boys down a hill, yo Sam. Oh, or maybe one of those office chairs with wheels. That does not sound like fun. Oh my god. Kay, stop stealing my brain. What is she talking about? Edgeworth, you've never had a day of fun in your life. That door is locked. Want me to pick the lock? Success is not guaranteed, though. No, if need be, I'll just borrow a key. Sheesh, I thought it was finally a chance for me to get to steal the spotlight. Don't even think about stealing anything in my presence, not even the spotlight. Don't steal my fucking lines. Hey, what's the matter? This is nice. Feels like a dream. A circus performance can be considered an art form. My pounding heart, it's beating with excitement. It's not every day you get to see what goes on inside the circus tent. Exactly. Sure makes me want to give it a big hug. Hug the circus? Having an animal show inside a place surrounded by barbed wire almost makes you forget that this is a prison facility. Barbed wire, huh? I'll need to inspect every last inch of this prison. We didn't see the animal show, but the stage and equipment are still here. I should examine the remnant of the show. It could be useful to our investigation. Miles, please don't ignore your Uncle Ray like that. Uncle Ray's feeling faint. I've never had such dreamy eyes. She does seem to have an enchanting presence. Exactly. I feel like I must obey her. Feel like if she cracks a whip, then I wonder if she cracks a whip when she's taming her animals. With those sparkling eyes, she'd say, "Damn boy!" Oh, Jesus Christ. Ray, sweetheart. She's 17. Even if we're in fucking New Mexico or whatever the fuck, like from BoJack, that's still fucking weird, dude. You're in your 30s. If that's what you're after, I have someone in mind. Oh dear. You know someone like that? You must introduce me, Miles. She's the whip-carrying demon from the prosecutor's bench. Yeah, no, you wouldn't like her, dude. I'm gonna resist talking to you as much as I can. This is the stage where they put on the animal show. If I put on a great thief show, I wonder if anyone would come. Pretty sure the police would show up. What the fuck are you doing here?
Mr. Attorney, how are we doing today?
We're doing... Hey, we met you just a few moments ago.
Please do forgive me. Ever since I've come here, I've been working on refining my speech.
That's not the only thing that needs refining.
Right now, I'm helping with the cleanup after this show. Oh, and if there's anything you need, please let me know. You have my full cooperation. I'm in the middle of volunteer work right now. As you can see, I'm a model prisoner. I have been reborn inside this prison.
Reborn as a thief.
That was the devil made me do it.
How can you blame the devil? You're a disgrace to thieves.
I have nothing to say. I still have much to learn.
As a thief?
But as you can see, I've exchanged my bracelet for a working one. I will continue to devote myself to being a model prisoner.
Again with the model prisoner. Give it a rest already.
I'm trained to pay my debt to society once I become eligible for parole.
So you were training instead of watching the animal show? So there were only two people who did not watch the show, Sawwit and Dogan. Why didn't you say anything about Dogan earlier?
Well, if you ask any inmate in the prison, they'd all think twice before telling you. That person is like the ruler of this place. Around here, we call him the supplier.
The supplier?
If you ask him nicely, he can provide you with anything you want.
What? Is that allowed?
Normally, it's not allowed, but with him, it's another story. He supposedly has a secret route to procure these goods.
Frankie, it's been too long. How's it going in the clink? Done a lot of thinking on the situation?
As the supplier, Dogen would be in a position of power.
However, I put all that behind me. All I care now is applying mud packs to the animals.
Mud packs?
I coat the animal's fur with my mineral-rich mud packs to give it a beautiful
Buddy, no, no, don't do that. No, bad, how dare you.
To help with my training, I give them to all the animals in prison, each and every one of them.
Mud, could be related to that piece of evidence. I should present it to him. The glove? We already know that.
That's the rubber glove I dropped.
Where did the mud on the glove come from?
Ah, that's the mud from my mud packs. At the time, I was practicing applying my mud packs.
Could you tell me when this took place on the day of the incident?
Since the animal show had started, I'd say it was around 9 a.m. The mud packs turned to the animal's bodies pitch black and my heart was pure white. I was totally engrossed with covering the animals in mud.
Prison life must be taxing on his stress levels.
Thanks to the warden's policies, I can undergo job training here. I owe her a debt of gratitude.
What do you have to say about your bracelet, Sawit?
Please have a look. As you can see, I've exchanged my bracelet. And it's all thanks to you.
Good for you.
It's really all because of you. No. It's all thanks to you. I truly mean it. This bracelet, it was all your doing. I had to get this exchanged. All thanks to you.
He still seems pretty angry, not the least bit repentant. Alright, fuck you, dude. I won't rest until I've investigated. This crude-looking well seems handcrafted. Was it built by the inmates? There are a bunch of tools laying around as well. And a long piece of rope. And a heavy-looking weight. It weighs 33 pounds. Says so right here. There's even a couple of pulleys. Okay, please stop touching other people's things.
Finally was able to come.
Hello, YBG. How you doing? Stingy pants. I'm not checking stuff out. I'm just checking stuff out. It's not like I'm going to take some home with me. Still, these tools, what were they used for? Dude, I'm not... No, fuck off. Let me investigate. Bro, fuck you. I see it right there. Edgeworth, you cock. These were used for audience seatings during the show. Folding up all these chairs must have been a chore. Is that so? Don't tell me you've never tidied up folding chairs before. I've delegated the task to others in the past. Mr. Edgeworth, you should try doing it some manual labor once in a while. I'll look into it. I've done that before where I've had to do giant things with chairs. They fucking suck. I don't want to talk to her. She's one of my least favorite characters. I just don't enjoy talking to her. She sucks. Yeah, what's up? Man, it's such a shame. What is? I should have joined the circus. I just know my amazing rope escapes would have had standing ovations. That is a shame indeed. All that's left for me now is to solve this case and take part in their next show. Come on, let's hurry and finish collecting information. Right. Being an animal groomer seems kind of fun. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, can I interest you in a mud pack facial?
The guy knows how to do housework like cleaning toilets with detergent and newspaper and using newspaper to clean windows, but can't put up folding chairs.
Absolutely not. That's demeaning for him. Absolutely not. There's no need to hold back. See, we've got a rubber glove right here. stop playing around with the evidence. The mud on this rubber glove. Huh? Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth?
Are you really mad at me?
No, Kay, you've done some fine work. Huh? I know, right? Looks like I'll need to have a talk with Mr. Sawit. Fuck you, with your motherfucking last name. I have pronounced it 1,000 different ways, and I know it's a pun on saw it, but there's no way that's how it's pronounced, and I hate you so fucking much. I've already talked to you about this shit. Do you have anything else to talk about here? No. Can I tie him up with the rope?
Mr. Saw, fuck you.
Mr. Saw, fuck you. The hair on his head is a lie, but it's probably better if I didn't say anything about it. Oh, saw it. It's been a goddamn.
Hey, Mr. Saw bitch, how are you?
Mr. Saw bitch. Oh, that has nothing to do with him. I could give him the keys, but I suppose he wouldn't have anything. You have nothing for me. Go fuck yourself. I'm out of here. You fucking... I suppose we have no choice but to talk to you. Head of the Wild Animal Tamer Division. Are you Mr. Key's supervisor?
That's right! Big Berry Circus was created by my daddy. But Daddy died in a murder incident. Your dad is... But after that, our current ringmaster made the circus even bigger. The ringmaster is Daddy's close friend. He's like a funny uncle. Wow, funny uncle. That's great, Regina! Yep, Uncle Mo established the Wild Animal Tamer, Magic, and Ventriloquist divisions. Only Wild Animal Tamer and Ventriloquist divisions have subordinates,
Everyone's
though.
got daddy issues. Come join the club.
Yeah, really, everyone has daddy issues. Edgeworth, Keys, fucking Knightley, Kay, Apollo, fucking Regina. Franny.
Big Berry Circus is going to become even more fabulous.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. The way these two are carrying on...
Kazuma.
I'd hate to put a damper on things. Kazuma, sorry. It's not Kazuma. Could you tell us about the animal show?
It's an amazing show. It has a storyline and everything. What's more, it's a love story. Doesn't that sound wonderful?
Very nice. Are you the heroine, Regina Pike? Dude. Yeah, alright, legend. Can you stop hitting on the teenager?
Sounds like Jane's cup of tea.
The love story?
Heroine of this story is Astique, and her partner is Regent the Tiger.
You didn't put the tiger down? I love that tiger, but I'm still upset you didn't...
Yeah, and storyline.
It's about forbidden love between an elephant and a tiger.
Elephant and tiger?
Forbidden love? That's right. It's what they call a love triangle. Isn't it romantic?
That is not what... Is there like a fucking beaver? No, that's not what a love triangle is, Regina. A love triangle implies that two people like one person, or one person likes one who likes the first. That sounds amazing, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Heroine, Astique is a female elephant. Since it's a love triangle, shouldn't there be one more animal involved?
Yep, the third animal. He is the one who interferes with the love between Astique and Regent.
Mr. Edgeworth, what do you think it is?
Well, since it's a circus, perhaps a lion?
I think a crow would be nice.
The third animal is a naughty little monkey.
Oh, it's money. Okay, that doesn't surprise me. That scale suddenly got smaller.
Money the monkey! Nope, the one who plays the role of the monkey is Simon.
What? What?
I guess.
Protect your badge, Edgeworth.
I thought Mr. Keys just did the grunt work.
Wouldn't you feel sorry for Simon if he didn't get to perform on stage?
No! Oh, I fucking hate this woman. Could you tell me more about the preparations for the show?
Simon handled everything, so I don't know that much about it. Simon insisted on it. He wanted me to focus on the show. I saw Simon doing something near the well, though.
The well, if I recall, it was behind the stage. I'd better go take a look at it later.
He even moved this giant cage all by himself.
Hey, everyone, you have to drink water.
Simon is such a nice guy, just like Daycare Ladybot.
That sounds like something Simon would do, while crying profusely.
During the preparations, Simon went back and forth between the workroom and the courtyard. We were using the workroom to store our equipment. Only Simon ever entered that room, so I don't know anything about it.
The workroom, was it the one I found the dead body? So Simon was the only one who entered the workroom, eh?
Man, the
And
bad
saying,
news just
no
keeps
way,
coming.
No way,
Mr. Lawyer, please promise me you'll help Simon.
Don't worry! Despite his looks, Mr. Edgeworth is really amazing. Despite my looks, and just what is wrong with the way I look?
Oh my!
There you are, Regina, darling.
Oh, Miss Roland!
I was looking for you all over. I wanted to have a chat with you. Can I investigate this now? Oh my god. Edgeworth. Edgeworth. Those are the...
Let me tell you what's wrong with how you look, Edgeworth. You're so hot that you're setting everything on fire.
Down, girl. Could you tell me a little more about this prison?
Currently, this place is my pride and joy, which is why I call it our home.
When I first came here, this prison was in a terrible state. Terrible state? You mean the prisoners' attitudes?
There were no bad children in my family. It was the environment that was terrible. That's why after giving it a lot
Mama
of thought,
Morton.
I enlisted the help of the animals.
Being together with animals will soften up even the most hardened criminals.
Right now, everyone has returned to their most honest self. Just take a look at Frankie. He's a model prisoner.
A model prisoner who was trying to steal from a dead body. Old habits die hard, I guess.
There are a lot of model prisoners here, but Frankie is number one. He's proactive with his job, training and helps out with the chores.
Don't forget don't the other model prisoners do job training and chores?
Don't be silly. They all do, of course. It's just that Frankie here, he has his sights set on something different.
Something feels strange.
In any case, he's a very good boy. Please get along with one another. The enchanting music, the prancing animals.
I'm sure the other prisoners are still stealing shit from you and suitcasing them.
The Big Berry Circus is fabulous. If you come here, you can see the show once a month.
Really? Then maybe I should. Was she just thinking about committing a crime? Once a month, you said. Is it always the Big Berry Circus?
Of course. I'm Regina Darling's biggest fan. My darling Regina, she's just so fabulous.
Weird. She's such a cutie pie, I could just eat her up. She really likes her darling Regina. That's why I'm worried about poor little Simon. If he's found guilty, Regina, darling, will be heartbroken. Mr. Lawyer, please take care of little Simon. If there's anything I can help with, please don't hesitate to ask.
Let us in your office?
But really, I would have loved to show everyone yesterday. You did a wonderful job on the stage, Regina, darling.
I'm so happy to hear that. I'm glad all the prisoners came to see it.
Well, about that, just between you and me, not everyone came to see the show.
That would be Dogan and Sawit, I imagine.
There were 3 people who didn't see your show yesterday. Unbelievable, really.
Excuse me, but did you say there were 3 prisoners who did not see the show?
That's right. I took a count, and there were 3 empty seats. And we even had the correct number of seats out.
Doesn't that seem weird to you, Mr. Edgeworth? It does. We had thought that Dogan and Sawit were the only 2 prisoners who were not present in the courtyard during the show. But that doesn't add up. Where did the 3rd person go? Further investigation is needed.
Ah, I was having so much fun talking to you, Regina, darling, that I completely forgot. It's time to feed my baby.
My baby? And the... What? Oh my fucking god, it's an alligator.
Oh, Allie, you look as cute as ever.
Really? You named it Allie? God, you're so fucking original, Roland. Oh, how cute! So her name is Allie?
Yep, she's Allie the alligator. Sounds like a fucking Five Nights at Freddy's character, if you ask me. Actually, what's my age? I gots to know. Okay, so she's a bit old for that, but semantics. She'd probably know about that. At least call it Monty. She's my favorite out of all my family.
How lovely! I want to try petting it.
If Regina darling wants to pet it, go right ahead. I'll allow it.
They seem pretty excited. We need to go check the prison cells, don't we? That's right. Let's go look for the 3rd prisoner who didn't see the animal show.
Mr. Edgeworth, I finally found you, sir!
Detective Gumshoe, I take it that the investigation is running smoothly?
The judge and that prosecutor ain't shown up yet. Oh yeah, I also got your message, sir.
What was the results of the examination of the victim's cell?
We hit the jackpot, sir. Traces of blood were found on the cell floor. There wasn't a whole lot there, though.
This should prove that the murder occurred in the holding cell. Indeed, the probability has increased. However, we still cannot say for certain.
I thought you'd say that, sir, so I had the lab guys look into it a little further. They're running an analysis on the blood, so we'll know as soon as it's the victims or not.
Way to go, Gummy! Good thinking! Detective, you've outdone yourself. What caused this sudden foresight?
I'm actually a little hurt that you're so surprised by it, sir.
I hope nothing bad comes of this. Yeah, no, I'm actually with Gumshoe. He's been doing this for a while. Just because he's sometimes airheaded doesn't mean he's always stupid. Once we get those results, we can prove that Scene was in the holding cell, which leaves finding out how that doggy managed to sneak his way in here.
Just leave that to me, pal. Since the other prosecutor ain't here, we can investigate as much as we want. That's why I brought my secret weapons with me.
Oh no, did he bring the metal detector, missile, and I totally forgot what the 3rd one was. Secret weapons?
That's right, pal. They've gotten us out of a few jams before. Take a gander at Dick Gumshoe's 7 secret weapons. 7? Looks like he came in handy. Want to take him up on his offer, Miles? Detective, please allow us the use of your secret weapons. The fishing... Sure thing, sir. First of all, I'll give you the rundown. Secret weapon number 1, the trusty metal detector. Perfect for finding all kinds of metallic objects, especially if they're lodged in someone's shoulder. As the name implies. Next secret number 2, everyone's favorite pal, Missile! Ah! Missile! He can track any scent you want, especially the scent of food. He's much cuter than Mr. Dogan's dog. Then secret weapon number 3, it's, this. The fishing pole. Isn't that a fishing pole? What are you trying to catch? No, actually, I just brought it by accident. Never mind that. What's next, detective? That's all of them, say. What? You call them the 7 secret weapons?
Treasure.
That's only 3 of them. It's all I have for now, pal. We can use the rest next time. I can't reveal them all at once. What do you think they're called secret weapons, pal? It doesn't matter. We'll just use the 3 he's provided. Alright, which one do you want to use?
You'd be surprised what you can catch with a fishing pole.
The fishing pole, if you please. The fishing pole, say? There's a pond in the prison courtyard. Something important may have fallen in. Roger that, say. I'll fish it out right away. He fishes out the crocodile, or whatever. Whoa, pal! What's the matter, Detective Gumshoe? Got away, say. I thought I hooked something big, but the line snapped. There has to be a monster fish in there, say. It's likely that alligator. I won't tell him that, though. Guess the fishing pole won't be of any more use to us. Try another one, say. Alright, which one do you want to use? The fishing pole, say. Wait, that shouldn't play again if the line snapped.
FL still funny.
The metal detector, if you please. The metal detector, soy. I'll sweep the area right away. Metal detector activate! You absolute geek. I love him. What happened, detective? Sorry about that, soy. Seems the battery's dead. Aw, man. Guess we can't use that then. Looks like the metal detector won't be of any help to us. Try another one, soy. Why would you give me a choice if the only choice you're gonna let me use is missile? You want missile, soy? Hey, pal, come over here, missile. Oh, there he is! Oh, I love that little corgi. What a good boy. First, let's decide what scent he should track down. We're searching for the route Dogan's dog used to get to the detention cell. This route would also have to be the same path to carry the body down to the prison.
Because it's Ace Attorney, there's always only one choice.
So if we have to track him using the scent of the body, that should lead us to the path. Don't you smell something sweet? Really? All I can smell is the scent of blood. It's a very faint scent, like a cake or something. The scent of cake from the body. Alright, Missile, get a good whiff of that scent, pal. Oh, what a boy! Come on, let's chase after him. That way is... He's heading towards the special cell. And he's gone straight inside. Yes, let's follow him. Dogan's gone. Dogan's missing. That's alarming. This is Dogan's cell, but it looks like he's absent at the moment. Maybe he's being interrogated. What's in here? Shh! I think he's found something. That's aggressive. What could there be in this room? Mr. Edgeworth, we'd better take a look. Well, there's a bell. Look at this, Mr. Edgeworth. There's a small chisel here. That is not what I got. I'm not well versed in woodworking, but this appears to be a pocket-sized chisel. A pocket-sized chisel! It must be convenient to have one wherever you go. Is that from a thief's point of view? No, it's from a great thief's point of view. She didn't even skip a beat. It's the chisels Dogan uses. More
Must
than enough
be
for
at
him
the
to murder
commissary.
someone with. Speaking of chisels, it kind of looks like someone used a chisel on your forehead, Mr. Edgeworth. And what is that supposed to mean? See, that furrow between your brow is getting deeper. It looks just like carving. I would leave the subject alone if I were you. I got some moisturizers, dude. Do you just fucking, like, want them?
I can't spell it. It's a prison store.
Commissary? Or commensary? No, commissary, I'm pretty sure is what you're trying to say. A teacup and biscuits. I
Yes.
suppose he has his tea time in here too. Playing chess while drinking tea in his cell. Isn't this going a bit overboard with the special treatment? It's like he gets whatever he wants. Don't complain to me. You should tell him yourself. I think I'll pass on that. Stogan's chessboard still has that hound piece on it. Ah, the chessboard has legs! Aren't those expensive? They can be. This is a very good craftsmanship. Mr. Dogan playing chess is kinda unexpected, you know?
You can get tea from the prison store, K.
I figured he'd be more of a Go player or something like that. Go. Do you play Go, Kay? I'm really good at Go Bang! But that's not Go. Missile, maybe? Is this what you're barking at? Whoa, hey, knock it off, pal. Shit. Chocolate cake is bad for dogs. If that's how it's gonna be, I'll eat it all myself. Whoa, that was pretty good. Good for you, but it looks like someone else is having a problem with that. That wasn't fair, Gummy. I wanted to eat it too. I doubt it's wise to eat food you find lying around in a prison. Anyway, I guess my soul's barking at the cake, say. That was pointless. Is that police dog gonna get the job done? He's fine, pal. He was just following his stomach instead of his nose. Let's track down the scent of the body for real this time, Miss All. Yeah, I trust the boy. Oh, looks like he's found something else, say. Now it's the cell. This would be Mr. Elbert's cell. I'd like to examine the interior. Detective Colagard. Roger that, sir. Good work, Detective. By the way, is J. Elbert still being held in the disciplinary room? No, he should have already returned. He was present during the noon roll call. Maybe he's been assigned to work in someplace else. I see. Well, then, may we examine his cell? Yes, sir! Okay.
I love the bear Elbert has.
I do too, but that thing by all accounts should be dead. Mr. Edgeworth, how many minutes do you think this hourglass goes for? Mr. Elbert is a former boxer. I'd say 3 minutes. In a boxing match, each round lasts for 3 minutes. Bzzz, wrong. The correct round answer is around 2 minutes.
I know.
Why?
But he's still cute.
Well, because the glass is cracked and some sand spilled out. What? How could I have missed that? Is a tire. Rocky is written here in messy handwriting. Could this be the bear's toy? This prisoner seems very close to his unusual partner. This takes me back. Didn't you play like stuff with this like this when you were a kid? No, I don't recall doing that. Well, then what did you play with when you were younger? Chess, golf, and the flute. Things like that. Aww. Dude, I can't imagine being a 10-year-old playing golf. I can barely imagine being in high school and playing golf. Golf is so boring. Unless you have, like, good friends.
Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you have any friends? Why must you be so concerned about that? You need a friend to play chess with. There's a poster of Mr. Albert on the wall.
I think my brothers played golf.
And what's next to it? Is this his weight loss target? He was a former boxer. He probably continued with his weight management. It seems he also takes various protein supplements. Muscle protein, hustle protein, weight loss protein, nothing but protein. Which weight class was he aiming for? I was going for the speed bag, you absolute fucking cock. I want to talk about a speed bag. Giving the prisoners a heater is careless. They're much too lenient here. This guy used the heater every day? Yeah, no, that polar bear should be dead. It's probably for his weight management since training was his hobby. Wouldn't his partner, Rocky, get too hot? I think their combination is hot enough. You may want to rephrase that. Why is she on this? This sandbag shows, signs of repeated use. Can't be. Detective, move this sandbag at once. Yes, sir! This is... Hey, missile, get back here! I'm going too! Hold it! I'll stop them, sir. It's too tight for me, sir. Detective! Can't be helped. I'll have to wait for her to contact me. Hello, Kay, are you alright? Don't get so worked up. Right now I'm in the detention center. The detention center? The hole comes out right at Nightly's cell. Really? Stay where you are. I'm coming over there now. Albert couldn't have been responsible for that, though. Albert had no reason to kill Knightley. And he was at the animal show, so he couldn't have killed him. It's from 8 to 10. Unless he was killed last night and just not found until then. Kay! Mr. Edgeworth! I really helped out, didn't I? Indeed, she doesn't appear to be injured. No, I think Missile helped. The floorboards have been ripped out from under the bed, sir. I see.
He was just taking a dump. There's no toilets in his cell.
Fair point. Seems we've found what we've been looking for. The passageway between the detention center and the prison is blocked by solid doors. However, there was a secret underground tunnel beneath it. We were following a sweet scent and arrived here. That means the scent must have come from Knightley's body. Come to think of it, his body was covered in dirt. It may have been caused by passing through the tunnel. Okay, what's inside of the tunnel like? It was pitch black, so I really couldn't see much, but I took some photos. Please show us. They're all black. I see dog prints. Spoons and forks were these used to dig the tunnel? But more importantly, what are these footprints? These footprints, could they belong to a dog? Yeah, they're either Missile's or Dogan's dog that I've totally forgotten the name of. Anubis. This will surely be vital evidence. However, before we consider that, we have a big problem. A problem? J. Elbert could use this tunnel to move around freely. Detective, confirm his whereabouts post haste. Perhaps he's... You may be right, sir. This is a big deal. After speaking with the guards, a search for J.L. Bird was carried out immediately. They searched every nook and cranny of the detention center and the prison, but in the end, they found no sign of him. Did you contact the police? Yes, ma'am. We've already done that. We've set up a security perimeter around the prison, ma'am. Right. This is the first scandal in our prison's history. We're so sorry. She's completely different from before.
Mr. Edgeworth, was it? Thank you for finding the escapees tunnel. But it's a little too late. Mr. Elbert has long since left here. I don't believe he's gone beyond the detention center. There are security gates located at the exit of the detention center. I believe it would have been difficult to get through those, wouldn't you agree? Maybe he has another tunnel. We certainly can't deny that possibility, however. Anyway, there's no use in you being here now. Please return to your investigation. Yes, we'll do that. You guys get back to your posts, too.
Yes, ma'am. Officer Gumshoe, sir, we've got the results of that blood test you requested. Good work, pal.
These are the forensics results on the blood stain found in Knightley's cell.
So it's the same, Mr. Edgeworth?
The blood is confirmed to have been Knightley's. Again, that doesn't confirm he died in the cell. It's possible he was just attacked, knocked out, carried, and then killed.
I know, that's good news. We found the blood stain in Knightley's cell and discovered the tunnel the dog used. Furthermore, the security camera shows footage of a dog attacking Knightley in his cell.
We have all the evidence we need. It's time we ask Dogan a few questions. Dogan, did you say? Please use utmost caution. That man even has henchmen outside the prison. Outside of the prison? Is this related to his secret trade routes as the supplier? The police have been searching for Dogan's henchmen for ages. I've also been helping him, but... So that means back then... So he still won't talk, even after all the trouble you went through to get the evidence transferred from the precinct? That's right. I don't know how many times I tried. I can't report back empty-handed. That assassin sure is one tough cookie, huh? You had evidence transferred from the precinct. Yeah, we borrowed all the evidence concerning Dogan. I've been interrogating him personally in my office, but no matter how much evidence we have on him, we still can't get a single word out of him. The warden interrogates him herself. Why go that far? Lose your focus and I'll eat you alive. Be on your guard.
Wow, you made Uncle Ray a little nervous. Okay, someone call Phoenix. It's time to rip him a new one. Hey, Sebby, what's up?
Judge Courtney, what are you doing here? Questioning a prisoner. Did you forget that we are investigating as well? Or rather, have you forgotten my warning? If you value your badge, you should not have appeared before me again. I'm sorry if you thought that I would abide those words. I won't overlook something important just to heed your warning. I've come for a testimony about the truth of this case, which you have overlooked. You mean to say you require my humble services? As promised, I've returned to prove that you are the culprit. Interesting. Do tell.
Before that, you should first listen to our reasoning.
We can say with confidence that Simon Keyes is the culprit. Only Simon Keyes could have moved Mr. Knightley into the prison. And we can show this proof of this fact. But first, I'd like to hear your resolve, Prosecutor Edgeworth. If our reasoning is correct, will you submit it to us? Your prosecutor's badge?
You'll deprive him of his badge? Isn't that a threat, pal?
No, it's not a threat. Rather an act of compassion. Normally, I wouldn't even have noticed you, since you have no right to investigate.
Okay, so... I want to talk about this right now. My thing with this and previous other threats is Courtney can't actually take your badge away without the other, 10 other members? She doesn't have that authority. Even if she's the chairman, which I'm pretty sure she's not, she needs the other 10 to say, yeah, that's chill. And while I'm confident they would say that, it doesn't change the fact that her threats are about as empty as a donut hole. Or the hole of a donut, rather. So, You know. I don't know why she thinks I'd entertain that. But other than that, like, Courtney is a fucking badass. She's a bamf. And, yeah, I like her.
However, if you are able to show proper resolve, I would be willing to let you be my opponent.
No, but someone else is, and that person is trying to take Edgeworth's badge.
I mean, I gathered that. Oh, that stupid shrug. Very well. I trust my own reasoning, but moreover, at the moment, I am currently a defense attorney's assistant first and a prosecutor second. I will not sully the good name of Edgeworth law officers. I intend to see my job through. I won't yield to your threats.
So be it. Is this bravery or simply foolishness? On behalf of the goddess, on the goddess of law's behalf, I shall be the judge of that. Sebastian, allow me to...
Yeah, I got it. I'm counting on you,
Hey,
Justine.
everyone, you have to drink water.
Oh no. Oh no, their first lovers spat. Oh no.
I presume you know the incident Mr. Knightley caused the day before yesterday. He attacked a guard and stole his keys. Afterwards, Simon Keyes stopped by his cell with an animal cage from the show. During this time, Mr. Knightley was able to use the stolen key to exit his cell. He then hid in the cage while it was moved to the prison workroom.
So, Mr. Keyes went to his cell after all.
After hearing you talked about the security camera yesterday, we investigated it ourselves.
Phoenix called. He says he wants his hubby back.
Too bad. He's Courtney's now. I ship him and Courtney, kinda. They're both, like, here's the thing. I don't mind Rightworth, but it's definitely based on the idea that they're old friends. In truth, Phoenix and Edgeworth have very little in common, and I do not believe that a romantic relationship would go very far. Their intimate knowledge of one another leads me to believe they would drive each other crazy. But these two have a very similar way of looking at life. They're very deep thinkers. They're very passionate about law. They're both good people. And I think that's why I ship it, is because they're more or less equals, where Wright's kind of a dumbass and doesn't match the same intellectual standard, I guess.
I have here a printout of the security camera footage as I fucking yawn directly into the microphone.
This is the moment when Mr. Keyes visited Knightley.
Exactly.
You could say the same about Lang.
Yeah, but I don't ship Edgeworth and Lang. Or do I? No, I don't.
As you can see, the cage creates a huge blind spot in the cell. By using this blind spot, Mr. Knightley could have entered the cage. That is our reasoning.
A blind spot.
That means the camera doesn't actually show him entering the cage. At this time, there's still a possibility that Knightley's never left his cell.
But why would he be hiding inside an animal cage?
Mr. Knightley was planning to escape from prison. That is the only possibility.
A prison escape? That's so cool! First Mr. Elbert and now Mr. Knightley. Other way around. I won't let them show me up!
Kay, this isn't the time to get excited. J. Elbert's escape is no laughing matter. Simon Keyes was aiding Mr. Knightley in his escape. In other words, he was an accomplice.
Not bad, Simon. Don't praise him.
That cage was transported temporarily to the workroom. Originally, Mr. Knightley was to remain hidden until the end of the animal show. He would then be carried out along with the cage. I presume that was the plan.
I'm yawning again.
However, midway through the plan, he was betrayed by Simon Keyes and murdered.
Judge Courtney's reasoning does appear to make sense. However, there must be some hole somewhere. I must not overlook anything. Well, sure. The main thing is that... The main thing is that he has the escape through the floor. Shut the fuck up! Naturally, I know of it. However,
In that case, this is a waste of time. I shall continue. Mr. Knightley.
yes, Courtney, I know. Do you have proof Knightley stole the keys?
It's the only explanation as to why Mr. Knightley would have attacked the guard.
We will know for certain the moment the guy regains consciousness. There is one more point in your reasoning that is odd. If Knightley did indeed steal the key, I'd expect he'd try to escape immediately. Was it really necessary for him to wait for Mr. Keys to help him escape?
He simply chose the method with the highest probability of success. After stealing the key, he concealed it on his personage, as he waited for the opportune moment. That is what I believe.
He concealed the key. Judge Courtney, such an oversight is unlike you. Knightley could not have concealed the key, and I can prove it. Yeah, a search of Knightley's cell was carried out, but the key was not found. Haven't the guards informed you yet? They searched Knightley after you had the guard, and the key was nowhere to be found. Since the key's location is unknown, your logic doesn't hold.
That is not an issue. There's an explanation. Mr. Knightley had the key. It simply wasn't found. The reason being he concealed it inside the chessboard.
The chessboard? You mean the one that concealed the murder weapon?
Come now, how do we know whether or not the murder weapon was really there?
What? Take some responsibility for your own words!
That was all Sebastian's idea, after all.
Oh my god! Courtney, you asshole! So, those two don't always agree on their reasoning. No, because one of them's a fucking dumbass.
In other words, once we put all the pieces together,
Mr. Knightley concealed the key he stole from the chessboard.
When Simon Keyes arrived, Mr. Knightley used the key to slip out of his cell. He entered the animal cage, transported to the workroom, all thanks to his accomplice Simon Keyes. Mr. Knightley had planned to be carried outside after the show had ended. However, he was betrayed by his accomplice and murdered during the circus performance.
Mr. Keyes performed in the show. He wouldn't have had an opportunity to murder him during the circus performance.
No opportunity. Is that so? The story plays itself out on the stage,
And such was the case with the animal show. So she examined the contents of the show. The suspect plays the role of the villain who antagonizes the elephant heroine.
in the final act, the villain is defeated by the heroine's love and all ends well. At that point, the suspect, in the role of the villain, is blown away by the heroine's burning love and makes his exit.
Blown away by the elephant. Was he hurt?
After being blown away, the subject disappeared from the stage. The subject was absent from the stage for about 15 minutes.
Are you saying the crime was committed during that time? I mean, she's not saying it's impossible.
Even such a short period of time, it could still be possible to carry out the murder.
I keep switching between giving her a British accent and not.
Don't you think so?
Yeah, I love that shrug. So, he committed the crime in 15 minutes and then returned to the stage. That may have been possible if the crime scene had been the prison. Judge Courtney, the actual crime took place in the detention center. I'm afraid I cannot accept that camera footage alone as evidence. As for evidence, I have it. Well then, please show us your evidence. Where is the evidence that shows the scene of the crime was in the detention center? This is the floor. Oh, goddess of law, I'm unable to comprehend your mysterious ways. This is what we discovered. The area here was tested positive for Mr. Knightley's blood. This blood test, can it really be trusted? To begin with, how were you able to conduct a scientific investigation? I happen to have a subordinate. I can't vouch for his competence, but he is a man that I trust. Dude! Dude, stop being such a dick to your other lover. I don't know what it is about, like, again, I don't know why this doesn't apply to Rightworth for me, but I feel like Gumshoe's idiocy is fine for Edgeworth. I think Gumshoe is aware of how he's vastly less smart than Edgeworth, and Edgeworth helps him. But I think he's also aware that Edgeworth struggles with certain things that Gumshoe does not, like his pride. Therefore, they work together as a team because one of them handles the mental fortitude and the other one handles the physical and emotional fortitudes. And I think that is why I like them.
Stop being a dick to Dick.
Stop being a dick to Dick! I can't vouch for his confidence, but he is a man that I trust. That detective, this concerns me. I cannot think why one would disturb the order of law. The Prosecutorial Investigation Committee's influence goes as far as the police department. Gummy's in trouble! Forgive me, detective. I'm afraid something bad may come of this. You're gonna get that man fired. I will accept the fact that blood was found in the detention center as evidence. However... How ridiculous! This is unthinkable of you, you third-rate prosecutor. Mr. DeBest, you're here? I'd completely forgotten about him. There's a giant contradiction in your statement. According to the security tape,
Not gonna lie,
a dog killed
Knightley.
Knightley.
Said, don't be addicted to Dick, then I read what Phoenix said.
I mean, don't be addicted to Dick either. According to the security tape, a dog killed Knightley in his cell. Then, after he left the cell, the blood on the floor was wiped away. Did the dog wipe away the blood stains? As if that could happen. That is possible. Of my Anubis, right, boy? What? That was one of the tricks I taught him while I was still in the outside world. He makes sure to hide any bloodstains he makes. So as not to leave behind any evidence. I was saved, if only by chance. Shouldn't you have taught your dog to shake or something?
Oh, FL, I love it when that baton whacks Seb's face.
I don't, that probably fucking hurts! Poor thing. Anubis also performs that trick very well, but the shake I taught him is a little different from the others. First, he bites the victim's hand. Stop! 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 I don't want to hear anymore! I see. I understand, Prosecutor Edgeworth. It appears you've gathered a good hand. I'm glad you understand. My argument isn't over yet! Objection overruled. I know, that's a little harsh. Sebastian, would you allow me the privilege of explaining? Sure, Justine. Do you finally realize? The murder occurred in the detention center. Therefore, the assassin's pet dog
He's doing it himself and doesn't seem hurt, so I don't feel bad when he does it.
Bro, he's not doing it on purpose, and he leaves a lash on his face. That's gotta sting. May not be a permanent pain, but it still hurts. My opinion has not changed, unless I can understand how the dog was able to enter and leave the crime scene. I'm afraid I cannot accept your logic, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I've been waiting for you to say that. Now let me show you. This evidence shows the route the dog used to go between the detention center and the prison. This photo. It shows a hidden tunnel, but hidden in the prison. That's impossible! A secret tunnel?! God, stop making me go high-pitched. It's midnight. This tunnel was dug by escaped prisoner J.L. Bird. It begins in his prison cell, and it's connected to a holding cell in the detention center, namely the victim's cell. I'm shocked. How did this... Dogan, you must have known of this, since you used this tunnel to commit murder. In the name of the goddess of law, I hereby reject Prosecutor Edgeworth's claim. What do you mean? Evidence is everything. What remains true here? That remains true here, just as it is in the courtroom. Okay, so am I crazy? Am I crazy? I could have sworn that was Kristoff's thing, not fucking... What? I'm nuts.
Everyone says it.
I could have sworn that was Kristoff's thing. Because Kristoff's the one who's like, evidence is the most important thing. That's why you forged it, you fucking cock. I'm like, yeah, dude, so did you hypocrite. That was the best impression of Kristoff I've ever done.
Franny, even Apollo said it.
Oh, fuck Apollo. Apollo said it when he had when he went through his edgy phase. We all know that. Isn't that right? I have evidence here. Horace Knightley's autopsy report. Autopsy report? Since when? Why are you surprised? This was delivered straight from the police a short while ago. It's not complete yet, more of a preliminary report. Here, the very word of the goddess of law is written. Cause of death, stab wound to the neck. Died instantly. Murder weapon, sharp metal object. The victim was stabbed multiple times in the same spot with a sharp object, although they were unable to determine
so
the
I
actual
came
shape
back
of
to
murder
the
weapon.
best line.
What line? Oh no. They have clear proof of this sharp metal object. Oh, I love you, Courtney! Oh god, she's so good! Fucking BAMF! Finally! An adversary
This might also
worthy
prove
of
the
my
connection
intellect.
between the Pick and Bar Association.
So do you still stand by your claim?
And it's not Letty MG me clip.
You're gonna have to wait till after the stream then. Just keep it marked. That a dog was used a sharp object to kill the victim. Look at this absolute unit of a woman. Holy shit. I love you. I love this woman, and I want to hug her. She is so fucking good. Although, I, once again, have to say, she has the longest neck of anyone in the series. Like, holy shit, she has a pencil neck. This can't be! That is all. This court is adjourned. But wait! The tunnel contains dog footprints. Perhaps it may have been one of Anubis's walking courses. I can never tell what Anubis gets
How
up to
long
outside
you
my cell.
been steaming?
I mean, I've been steaming since fucking this
Streaming.
I've been steaming since the first time I saw Courtney, but I've been streaming for about an hour and a half. Something feels unnatural about all this, but I have no evidence. Courtney Pie, you sure pulled out a hidden gem at the very last moment. She waited for the perfect time to reveal the autopsy report. Have I let her outwit me again? Appointed Attorney Shields.
I've been steaming since seeing Edgeworth.
Here is the autopsy from earlier. I apologize for the delay. No, it's alright. Thank you. Okay. I'll gladly accept it. Mr. Shields, I don't believe it's necessary to hold hands while exchanging documents. Yo, I am Ray right now. I am Ray Shields. I'm jealous of you, dude. I want to hold hands with this pencil neck. I'd advise you to stop. Persist any longer, and I shall call on the strength of the goddess of law and bash your fucking head in with my gavel. I'll be careful. Justine, well done. Just as I planned. I only acted in accordance to your instructions. Gonna call bullshit. The autopsy report came straight from the police. I can't refute it. However, if the murder weapon wasn't the dog, Dogan will be cleared of suspicion. The merciful goddess of law so decrees. If you choose to yield now, your badge will not be taken.
I've noticed that the way Courtney is treating Edgeworth is how he treated other attorneys in the past.
That's the other thing, is they're very similar in mannerisms. Oh, I ship it so hard. Oh no! Have I found a ship to rival Crystalia after all these years? Woo! I hope so. I kind of do hope so. I found out that I ship Edgeworth with a lot of people. I ship Edgeworth with, I think, 3 people. And ironically, Rightworth is the one I ship him the least. My answer remains the same. Judge Courtney, it is as I said before. I will see my job through. I will not yield to threats. So even now, you still refuse to give up. If you want to keep your badge, this may be your last chance. Right now, I am a defense attorney's assistant. What I protect is not my badge, but my client. The goddess of law grows weary of your sentiment. Now that we're talking, Miles is starting to understand that a defense attorney never gives up. Actually, those were the words of your old man. My father? Really is in your blood. You're the spitting image of him right now. You said it yourself. You changed since you were tainted by Von Kammer. It's only now that I've actually come to believe it. Mr. Shields. Well then, Miles. Now's the time to put those skills to the test. Think beyond your limits.
Edgeworth has an entire fleet from the amount of ships he has.
Yeah. Okay, so the 3 ships I have. Edgeworth and Courtney. Edgeworth and Gumshoe. Edgeworth and Phoenix. Courtney is the biggest one because those 2 are almost the exact same, and I really do think they would get along swimmingly. Gumshoe is the one because I feel like the power dynamic exists only on a superficial level because one truly cannot live without the other. I do not believe that Edgeworth functions as well on his own. He needs a detective assistant, and Gumshoe is the best detective assistant he could ask for. So I do genuinely think that they cannot live with, that they are the yin and yang and need each other. And Phoenix and Edgeworth are kind of like that, but at the same time, again, if I put them in a romantic relationship, I just don't feel like there's much more than the superficial, we knew each other since childhood thing, because they really are different.
I'd say why I don't ship Edgeworth and Courtney, but I'd be spoiling shit from the last part of this game.
Thanks. Just by saying that, you're kind of spoiling that something's gonna happen. Thanks. Honey, just, if you think, like, don't say anything regarding anyone in this game ever until I'm done. That's just gonna be the rule of thumb for you and James and whoever the fuck else has played this case. Just don't talk about anything that I have yet to see. Like, even at something that minor, like, that tells me that something's gonna happen between the two of them, and I didn't need to know that. Whatever. Now it's time to put your skills to the test. Think beyond your limits. If the murder weapon was a sharp object, does that really negate your reasoning? The murder weapon was a sharp object. That's it. What? Was he murdered by Keys? Was he murdered by Keys? Did Simon Keys stab him with the keys? Oh my god! Oh, he might have been chiseled to death. That's what they're saying. That makes much more sense.
If you think it's gonna be a spoiler, say nothing, even to say there is a spoiler.
Evidence is everything, didn't you say? The murder weapon was a sharp metal object. However, such a weapon has yet to be found. What? What are you trying to say? The only decisive evidence is actual murder weapon itself. And that was in plain sight the whole time. The real murder weapon is Dogan's chisel. What did you say? Take responsibility for your own statements. The scene of the crime was Mr. Knightley's cell. Judge so yourself. If the evidence changes, then so will my logic. That too is a courtroom procedure, is it not? If the chisel was used, that means the killer was human. However, the fact remains that we cannot deny the security photo. Yeah, what about that photo? I'll give you the answer. The photo shows the moment Dogan's dog leapt at Knightley. However, the victim did not die at the time. Didn't die? He was only knocked unconscious. The dog didn't move a dead body, it moved the unconscious Knightley, and the real killer was its owner. I see! If the victim was moved, it could have been possible for Dogan to commit murder and use the murder weapon. Indeed, the killer is Sirhan Dogan. It can only be you. I bet your teacher used to write on your report card. Needs to pay more attention on what others say. I would think that describes you more. We examined that room, every nook and cranny, right, Justine? We examined all 4 of Dogan's chisels and found no trace of blood. Thank you, Justine. Judge Courtney, thanks to you, I am now certain. Thanks to me? Whatever do you mean? When I came here earlier, I saw 5 chisels. That's right, there were definitely 5 here before. So the one that disappeared was the smallest one, presumably for portable use. Dogan, where's that chisel? I'm not free to leave this place. I have no need of a portable chisel. Not free to leave? In that case, he mustn't have been free to hide the deadly chisel either. Dogan, you just dug your own grave. It seems you know something. Would you care to show it? Dogan couldn't leave, so the only place he could hide the chisel... Well... wait... Okay, so there are 2 places that come to mind. One is the obvious, which is his special cell. And it's somewhere in there. It's probably on his person or on the dog. Or, because I'm thinking in the terms of this stupid-ass fucking prison's logic, it could be from J. Elbird's cell. Because J. Elbird's thing has the sensors on it, and the animals can enter and exit cells as they please. I'm gonna go with this one first. Dogen is a prisoner, so he can't leave his cell freely. Perhaps he could send his dog out to dispose of it, but he would not have been able to confirm that weapon's location. So what does that leave? Above all else, special metal tools are allowed in this cell. Even if one chisel were to appear here, no one would suspect a thing. You were a fool to not take advantage of that.
I see, of course, it's always the safest if you do something yourself.
But I examined everything! I didn't find any hiding places in his cell! I'm certain that the murder weapon is here. The reason you haven't found it is because it was cleverly hidden. You say I hid it? Where exactly? Think, where could he have hidden it? I have to remember everything up to this point. There must be some clue.
Hey, everyone, you have to drink water.
Come to think of it, that dog hasn't barked at me once today. Previously, when I came in the special cell, it barked on Dogen's command. That's it! That's where it's been out of place. There's just one place he could have hidden the murder weapon. Giving up already. How dull, how dull. I will present evidence. This piece of evidence shows where you concealed the murder weapon. Hasn't your dog been awfully quiet today? Now that you mention it, it hasn't barked at all. Before it was...
Did he eat it?
Sirhan Dogen, open that dog's mouth
Did the
now.
dog eat it?
Anubis does not bark needlessly. I ordered him to do that before. In that case, order for it to bark now. Naturally, you should be able to if you have nothing to hide. It was inevitable. Anubis, show them your mouth. As you can see, the dog of the size can easily... What? Why a chisel? The dog really had one in its mouth! I thought he was unusually quiet. Was he unable to follow this discussion? Sebastian, could you call the forensics department urgently, please? Oh, I got it! Gross. What? Aww. I guess that proves my theory wasn't just nonsense.
Would you look at this chisel was the burner weapon then?
It reacted positively for blood. There's no doubt about that. Mr. Sirhan Dogen, now that the murder weapon has been found, I must ask for your testimony. We know how your dog got into the detention center, and we found the murder weapon. You still think you can talk your way out of this? Interesting. This guy, even at a time like this, he's still smiling. Well, Anubis, it seems everyone has become suspicious of you. 'Tis quite troubling, but since it has come to this, we have
Okay,
no
I
choice
thought
but
he
to tell the
swallowed
truth.
it, and I was concerned.
No. I don't think they would ever. I don't think Dogen's an asshole, but like a murderer, but he's not an asshole. He wouldn't make his dog eat a thing. I did not kill everyone. I've long since grown weary of killing. What's this? His face looks completely composed. It seems we'll need to listen to Dogen's explanation. Please promptly give your testimony. Certainly. First of all, I would
Even
like
murders
you to
love the
explain my
dogs.
motive.
Just ask Christoph.
Yeah, Vongel rules. Is Vongel canon? Is Vongel canon? I don't think that was ever confirmed to be canon.
I think so.
Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, he does. He has his fucking golden retriever. I love that. What an actual lad that dog is. I love Vongel. Also, I love the pictures of Vongel and Mikeko together. Even though Mikeko is not canon. First of all, I'd like you to explain my motive. I do not know anyone by the name of Knightley. We share no connection. That's bullshit. So, I wouldn't think some motive for murder would just appear out of nowhere. Or are you insinuating my Anubis had a motive? He only bares his fangs at others at my command. I do not hunger for blood so much as to kill a man I don't even know.
I know Edgeworth's dog Pess is canon.
I know Pess is canon. I know Missile obviously is canon. Vongel's canon. Mikeko is not. I'm pretty sure Mikeko has not been confirmed, although he fucking should be. An assassin who only kills acquaintances? I doubt that would be profitable. I may kill strangers in my line of work, but I never make it personal. Is there evidence that shows a connection between Knightley and Dogen? Yes. I should thoroughly review my evidence. I don't need to. For anything else, though, I should check which one it wants me to present. The position matches Dogen. Yeah. Fuck you. You've lost your touch, Sir Dogen. If you had the dog clean up after you, you should have disposed of this too. It's a record of the correspondence chess game found in the victim's cell. This record and the chessboard in your cell both clearly depict the same
Apollo's
game.
cats were only mentioned in a CD drama, so I wouldn't consider it canon.
Exactly. What? I heard that a number of possible chess positions are around 10 to the 120th power. 10 times 10, 120 times. 100, 1,000. Is that even a real number? Indeed, there's absolutely no way these two could have coincided by chance. No. Hang on. I do want to know what that number is. Nope, we don't even know what that is. But it's not technically impossible. It's just extremely unlikely. It's just the most unlikely thing. Tell us your reason for killing Knightley unless you intend to explain it as a coincidence. Well, don't they say that the truth is stranger than fiction? It is as you said, this is merely a coincidence. Why is everyone using that fucking Mark Twain quote to explain away shit? But there's no way that could have happened! My correspondent's chess opponent was the victim in this incident. What a horrible coincidence. Aren't you shocked too, Anubis? Looks like I'll have to tell them the truth, Anubis, my boy. The animal show or something. That was when everyone left. Anubis brought the body to my cell. He had already been stabbed in the neck with the murder weapon. I did not wish to be suspected, so I had Anubis carry the body to the workroom. After that, he pulled out the murder weapon and returned to me. So you're saying the one who pulled the weapon out was Anubis? That's right. If I pulled out the murder weapon here, the blood would have been a problem. I see. So that means saw it, witnessed the moment the witness's murder weapon was being pulled out.
Oh yes, that prisoner's testimony. It surprised me when I first heard it. It's not often that Anubis makes a blunder like that, right, boy? Now, I believe that explains my actions. I did not kill him. All I did was remove the murder weapon. Now, will that be all? Anubis is getting tired.
Objection.
Again, that is not what that twink of a man sounds like. Whoa there, just a moment, Mr. Dogan. Mr. Shields? Isn't there one thing you haven't explained? Why you haven't given me a hug yet? And why would you need to pull the murder weapon? And why did you need to pull the murder weapon in the first place? Yeah, that...
Sarwit is here.
Oh, you missed a fucking day and a half, my brother. You missed a lot in the last scene, and yeah, Sawit's here. And I don't know why.
Dogen pulled an iris. Didn't kill the victim, just moved the body.
Sweetie, you need to stop talking, please. I'm not done with Dogen yet. I don't know that. I understand why he'd move the body to draw suspicion away from him, but he didn't need to retrieve the murder weapon. I thought him just a fool, but how quickly his scent has changed. Care to elaborate, Mr. Dogan? It was because of this bell. The bell attached to the murder weapon, and the bell on my dog's neck. They share a distinct shape, wouldn't you say? The assassin Sirhan Dogan's trademark. An assassin's trademark? The blind assassin Sirhan Dogan, he always appears on the sound of a bell. The sound of a bell ringing in the dark of night is said to be the last thing his target hears.
Actually, I don't remember if that's what happened or not. So, not spoiling.
Okay. You remember well. It has been a while since you saw my bells, after all. When I prosecuted you in court, I confiscated a knife with a bell attached to it. Yes, my bells. There are only 2 in the world. Only 2? The custom made, attached to my knife and Anubis's collar, even though I can only rely on my ears. I can easily identify them. Alas, one has been confiscated and is not in my possession. What Anubis brought the body here, I heard a familiar sound. I thought my knife must have been embedded in the body. So imagine my confusion when I found out it was merely a chisel with my bell attached. Indeed, your knife is nothing like this chisel. Either way, the bells are my trademark. Moreover, I'm the only one in this prison who uses the chisels. With all this, I knew I would be falsely suspected, so I removed the murder weapon and hid it. So you're claiming that you only moved the body? Didn't I tell you? That chisel isn't mine. You think I'm lying? Go ahead and check for my fingerprints. Sebastian? Huh? Me? But how do I check for forensics? Yes, ma'am! Oh, she's giving up babysitting him. Reaction! We have fingerprints. They're Knightley's, Justine. What about Dogan's? Nope, just Knightley's. And there's no evidence of prints being wiped either. Only Knightley's fingerprints? It can't be. Should we re-examine it? See now. I never even touched that chisel. Because I ordered Anubis to carry it in his mouth. In other words, the fingerprints belong to the chisel's original owner. Ugh. The murder weapon's owner. That was the victim? This is perplexing. At any rate, I did not touch the murder weapon. In other words, the killer could not have been me. Isn't that right? I have nothing to refute that. How could this... Is he really not the killer? Could Dogan's testimony actually be true? This can't be. It seems this is sufficient enough to not warrant any further explanation. As it stands, you have not changed the state of this case. I believe this is more than enough reason for us to relieve you of your badge. To save any needless fuss, I suggest you hand over your badge now. But there are still many unexplained things. Why would Mr. Knightley be carrying a chisel? It could be used for many things, perhaps even prison escapes. Well then, how did he carry it into the prison? I mean, the prisoners aren't even allowed to cutlery, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth! If your reasoning is off at first, you shouldn't let that confuse you. The more important thing is to arrive at the truth, isn't that right? Doesn't matter how you get there. The end result is to save Simon. We have to do everything we can for his sake.
Well said, Kay.
Nice one, Kay. I really want to scout you for the law firm now. Remember when Uncle Ray said a defense attorney never gives up? Miles, do you understand the true meaning behind those words?
The true meaning of those words.
Defense attorneys carry the fate of their client on their shoulders. You're the only person your client can rely on. Just like with Mr. Keys, we're the only ones who can save him now.
Him saying that, immediately my brain went to, but the next person on the stand is my dolly. She'll get me out of this. And I just, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right, Ray.
We're linked by fate to our clients. That's why we never give up. There's no way Uncle Ray can go against the teachings of Gregory. So, what'll you do?
Currently, I'm a defense attorney's assistant. No, an assistant at my father's firm. I've made a commitment to this case, therefore, if I don't save my client, I cannot say I've achieved it. I will abide by this to save Simon Keys. No matter how many times my logic fails, I will always find another possibility.
Okay, you're finally back! Well then, let's search for that other possibility. To start with,
do you think there was a way Mr. Knightley could have brought the chisel into the prison? The method Knightley used to bring the chisel into the prison. I mean, it was probably the chessboard used by Keys. Normally, metal objects can't be brought into the detention center or the prison. They'd just be caught by the security gate. However, there is one way to avoid this, and that is if they're sent in a package to the detention center. Which is weird. Why is that not a screening process? That would absolutely be a no. Knowing this, Knightley asked Simon to send him a package, namely a chessboard containing the chisel. Well, this has solved one of our problems, in fact. The fact that the chisel was not Mr. Dogan's but Mr. Knightley's. Given this, one major issue remains. The security camera shows a dog attacking the victim. As long as that exists, I will maintain that Dogan is the killer.
But Dogan never touched the murder weapon unstumped.
We also desire a conclusion to this matter.
Mr. Edgeworth, we can use one of my secret weapons, say. Secret weapon number 4. Video analyzing machine, Mr. Analysis.
What's with that ridiculous name?
I named it myself, say.
I think this is a Japanese prison thing.
This'll let us analyze the video footage in detail. Oh my god, everyone's turning Australian. Fuck.
I don't know what will come of this, but all we can do now is investigate.
Mr. Edgeworth, do you know how to use Mr. Analysis?
A video analysis machine. Should I hear how to use it? Yes, please. Detective Gumshoe, could you show me how to use it?
Of course, sir. Fundamentally, it's the same as investigating a crime scene. You just examine anything that piques your curiosity. To examine I just press the X button. Now, I'd like you to look at the buttons on the monitor, left, right, and rewind and fast forward respectively, and the center button lets you pause the video. Let's make... excuse me, Jesus.
Alright. Next, I'll explain. Zoom in. It's the button on the upper left. L button. Cool, thank you. Okay. Pretty sure all I have to do is zoom in on the dog, right? If that wasn't the case, then what does it show? If the person in this video really is nightly, and what of the true form of the black silhouette attacking the person? I should check the video and try to find an answer to these two questions. There should be unexpected things in unexpected places. Be sure to check every nook and cranny of the video, say. What part of the video was so strange? Oh, they really did mean frame by frame. That is a fucking monkey.
When you said, fucking money, it sounded like, funky monkey.
Nothing here. I should have another look at the video. Maybe I'll find something if I make use of the... Wow, asshole! That's so fucking... Oh, this is gonna suck. I guess we never really see the dude's face.
I had a hard time with this too.
That's a guard's hat. A reflection of this person can be seen in the mirror. Is that a cap on his head? Actually, looks kind of like the caps the prison guards wear, sir. You don't think it was a guard who was attacked? Have you received a report of the guard being attacked by an animal? No, not that I had, sir. Then it was someone else wearing the guard's uniform. I see. I have evidence that shows what this cap is. It is... There was no report of a guard being attacked by an animal. However, we did hear that a guard's uniform was stolen. Putting two and two together, I'd say this was a disguise for the purpose of a prison escape. Disguised as a guard? That sounds like it could have been a successful, sir. Huh? Speaking of prison escapes. Indeed, that person certainly was successful. If the person in the video was not nightly, then perhaps that black shadow is not a dog either. If you zoom in, you should be able to see its real shape, say. Yep, that thing's a fucking monkey. This is... I fear we've made a grave miscalculation. This animal, this silhouette, no matter how you look at it, it is not a dog. This animal is... Oh, it's a polar bear! So yeah, it's from the silhouette, I'd say the animal is not a dog, but a bear. So then the photo I took... Those footprints must have been belonged to the bear, yes. Oh, so did Jay kill him? Why would Jay kill him? Did you say a bear? Yes, that man is the first to come to mind. We were all under the impression that the person in this video was Knightley. But it's a cell after all. Why would it be anyone else? Oh, duh. So, Elbert was trying to escape in the stolen uniform, but, Rocky probably saw him, freaked out, and was like, oh shit, it's my owner, and tried to jump on him, and then fucked up the whole thing. That line of logic no longer holds. Remember the tunnel under his bed. It's possible whoever used this tunnel is the one in this video. The person in this video, I'd imagine, is Jay Elbert. The person wearing the guard's uniform is the escaped prisoner Jay Elbert. The possibility is extremely high. His pet is a polar bear cub. But the bear here is black! We have evidence that can explain this matter. The reason the polar bear became black is because of the rubber glove. Think back to Frank Sawitt's testimony. That's the rubber glove. Yeah. I know this. During the animal show, Mr. Sawitt was applying mud packs to the animals. So then among those animals, it was this polar bear, yes. Prosecutor Edgeworth, there's a huge contradiction in your argument. Security camera footage. Judge Courtney, you are quite right. Sawitt used mud packs during the animal show. Knowing this, a new contradiction in the video comes to light. A new contradiction? Okay, do you know when this footage was taken? It was after the mud packs were used. That would put it around 9 a.m. In that case, you should notice something strange about this video. Huh? What's strange about it? The time Sawitt covered the polar bear in mud was around 9 a.m., which means this video should also have been taken at 9 a.m. However, the timestamp reads 6 a.m. On that day, the prisoners went to the courtyard to watch an animal show. At this time, only 3 people remained behind. Dogan in the special cell, Mr. Sawitt in the workroom applying his mud packs, and the one who put his escape plan in motion at that moment, Jay Elbert. Elbert left the polar bear in Mr. Sawitt's care and entered the secret tunnel. However, the bear escaped from Sawitt and followed it after its owner. And just as he was chasing after the escaped bear, Sawitt happened to witness the dog pulling the murderer's weapon out of the body. If Sawitt's testimony is correct, this video must have been taken at around 9 a.m. However, the timestamp is off by 3 hours. Why would the timestamp be off like that? Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to examine the security camera.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Si. I asked all the guards and... Seems the camera's power was cut off for a moment, throwing off the timestamp.
What?
The camera's an old model, so if it loses power, the clock stops as well.
In that case, this means the camera's power was cut for 3 hours. Well, I guess. I mean, it also could have just cut for a second. Being asked stupid questions.
While I'm at it, I got some more information for you, Si. You heard that Knightley denied stealing the key, right? Seems nobody would believe the words of a criminal, but Knightley testified I was knocked out too.
That may not necessarily be a lie. My, there you all are. Making progress in your investigation. Can I be of any help? Actually, Warden Roland, there's something we must report to you. The escaped prisoner, J. Elbert, is most likely still inside the prison. He's disguised himself. Here's the proof. The person visible in the security video is Elbert. So, perhaps he is still in this very building. Come to think of it, didn't Mr. Elbert have a bracelet like the other prisoners? The bracelet would have been concealed under the uniform sleeve. Moreover, the prison main gate does not have a sensor to detect bracelets. All he would have to do is avoid any doors with sensors inside the prison.
Hey, everyone, you have to drink water.
Thank you, Dacre Ladybot. That's right. So if you didn't enter the cells or the workrooms, could one of you guys be J. Elbert? Rocky! Stop it! What are you doing? It would seem that Rocky has answered the question for us. No! Rocky, this is all your fault! The little guy loves you so much, it's inevitable. It's enviable. Right then, seize him at once. Wait, there's still something we must hear from this prisoner. It is necessary if we are to find the truth. I'd like permission to interrogate him. Understood. What do you want out of me? Elbert's escape route is linked to Knightley's cell, so it's highly likely he knows something about the crime. I'd like to ask you about the day the body was found. I'm actually going to take a second because I need to pee really badly. I will be right back. Also, oh my fucking god, this section of the case is taking way longer than the other ones. Yesterday I went through 2 sections in about 2 hours. This one I'm sure I'm like barely through half of this shit. Don't tell me how far I am. I don't want to know how far I am from the end. Don't fucking tell me.
I wouldn't know anyway, lol. Ooh, you know, you're just about 13/12 of the way done.
I'm gonna slap you. I very nearly wanted. I got really upset for a sec because I heard that wrong. And I thought you said 11, 12, 12 13ths, and I was about to fucking kill you. I was about to be like, I fucking hate your face. I heard that very wrong.
So, you guys, you were the ones who found my secret tunnel. Took me ages to dig that. The day the body was found was the day I planned to escape. I was in disguise.
That was the plan, lol.
I hate you so much.
Then Rocky followed after me. But he was all covered in mud. I panicked and returned to my cell. Damn! If only you guys hadn't shown up. If only Knightley hadn't died.
You say you dug the tunnel. What did you use to dig it?
Oh, that, just hammers and spoons, stuff like that, he says while looking around very suspiciously. I bought them from the supplier.
His fingernails.
But it was all for nothing. His fingernails. Ew! Ah, dude, ew.
No need to lose your temper. There's always a next time. On the day of the incident, it is
He used
possible...
those big bull chompers of his.
You're both so cursed. On the day of the incident, it is possible Elbert met Knightley while he was alive. I'll have to listen to his testimony carefully. Okay, so I'm gonna have to press it.
You shut up! Once with that hold it, punk. You say you dug... What's it to you? You know how long it took me to dig that? I had to beg the supplier for those tools. Day after day I slaved away. Give me back my hard work. Give it back, you son of a...
I can't get a word in edgewise.
Can't just go around discovering people. So that's what she said.
No,
So
that's
you
what
dug
the prisoner said.
So you dug that...
I should not laugh at that.
Edgeworth can't get a word in edgewise.
No, I should not laugh at that. No. No.
Oh, that's not funny.
No.
That's real fucked. That's real fucked. Oh dear. I'm gonna go to hell for that one. So, you dug that hole alone?
You're damn right I did.
Could a tunnel like that really be dug by one person?
So
Wow.
was the prisoner.
Such a wasted effort.
A kid like you wouldn't understand. Devin!
That took a second and I hate it. I hate you all. None of you are free of sin.
Lol.
Well, as a great thief, I kind of see where you're coming from. Kay, don't agree with him. Oh no, I was just joking.
Well, I wasn't. Damn, why'd it come to this?
Did you obtain the guard's uniform from the supplier too?
Yeah, that's right.
Hmm. I had a feeling. That one seemed pretty easy. Yeah, that shrug! You say it was simple getting through the cell door?
Yeah, that's right. You got a problem with that? Huh?
Even though you managed to arrive at Knightley's cell, opening the door wasn't so simple.
I can't get over how cute Rocky is.
I can, because Rocky's tongue being stuck out probably means he's, like, on the brink of death. Poor thing. Already unlocked when you got there. Bullshit. Indeed, that cell was vacant after Knightley's death. Which is why at the time we conducted our investigation it was unlocked. Your successful escape attempt occurred after Knightley's death, so the door would have been open. However, you tried to escape once before then. Yes, that was during the animal show, before Knightley's death was known. And the cell door was locked because no one knew he was dead. Without the key to Knightley's cell, your escape would have been impossible. Exactly what you think. The case of the stolen key. The culprit is... J. Elbert. You were the one who attacked the guard, weren't you? The guard and Knightley too. You, in order to steal the key. It wasn't me. I don't know any Knightley. After stealing the key, you returned to your cell as a precautionary measure. Then you awaited for a time when the prison would be mostly vacant. It was just before Knightley's death became known, in other words, during the animal show. But in the end, the plan was foiled thanks to Rocky. Don't screw with me. You don't have any evidence. I'll still win by decision. Besides, what was that Knightley guy who's attacked the guard, right? I think not. Regarding the theft of the keys, Knightley was the victim. This proves Knightley was the victim who attacked his cell. Oh, he had bruises on his head! Does this really prove it? Oh, fuck. Of course. If you say so, then I get the feeling he was definitely the victim. Prosecutor Edgeworth, this evidence proves nothing. Huh? Really? I knew that. Have to show what happened. Also, what the fuck just happened to the music? Why did it get so quiet all of a sudden?
Nuke. Edgeworth noises lol. Damn, I can't get the second part of the really bad good joke.
Good, I'm glad. Alright, what was in Knightley's cell? The chessboard, the floor, which had to be wiped up. Oh, duh.
Still got the first part though.
In Knightley's cell, there were traces of his blood which had been wiped
If you want
away.
to, take it down.
I mean, you're the one who made the joke, not me. If anyone suffers from it, it's you. I love the title gone horribly right. You attacked those two people and stole the key, didn't you? Did the music get quieter or am I crazy?
Yeah, it quieted down.
Weird. Hang on. Okay. No, I know. Cancel.
But also me suffering from a prison joke, nah. Is there too much time in between, or is it a thing I can go back for?
There's probably too much time in between.
You have like a 2-minute window.
You'd have to highlight it, and I don't want to highlight. Hang on, I'm just gonna refresh the ROM to see if that fixes the audio. God damn. Nope. Okay, what the hell? Volume! I found it!
You just have to wait for the VOD.
No, if you highlight it, though, I'm gonna delete it. Oh, that's so much better. Took a million years, but I finally found the audio settings. I know you can clip VODs, but you can't, if it's a minute apart, if they're 2 minutes apart, I don't think a clip access is for more than a minute. So, you were trying to buy more time for your escape attempt, but I'm afraid to say your plan still ended in failure. Now then, hand over the key to Knightley's cell.
No, yeah, I'm not highlighting. I was just gonna get them as separate clips.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Nice. There's also 3 other keys. That's right, Judge Courtney. You reasoned that Knightley stole the keys
in AAI?
and used it to leave the cells. From there, he entered Mr. Keyes' cage
but I'm not evil as fuck.
and moved it to the workroom. However, the very foundation of my hypothesis has collapsed. Oh, I see. In that case, there was only one person who could have moved Knightley. The criminal must have been someone who knew about the secret tunnel. It's true, you only have the key to Knightley's cell, but there's also Dogan's dog. It's possible for the dog to carry the body from the cell to the workroom. Oh, I see. So you're saying there was an accomplice. The crime would have been possible if Elbert and Dogan were working together. It's perfectly plausible. Somehow Elbert managed to carry Knightley's own body to his cell. And then the dog must have carried it to the workroom. Yes, because all the animals can move freely about the prison. But that's not the case for the path between the detention center and the prison. There's only one who could use that route was you, J. Elbert. What if there was another route you didn't know about? There couldn't have been. The tunnel is a straight path, is it not? Yeah, seems like it. I didn't have enough time to dig any more than I did. I only dug halfway up the corridor. What? You mean to say you didn't dig the entire tunnel? When I got to that cell, the tunnel was already there. There was a tunnel linking my cell to the well. Looking down the well from the courtyard, there's no mistaking it. They've always been connected. I just continued the tunnel with my digging. What was that hole doing there in the first place? Who knows? Maybe another inmate dug in an attempt to escape. Or maybe the animals dug it. Maybe they wanted to drink from the well. That's highly doubtful. There's no water in that well anymore. It's all dried up. Wait a minute. That's it. For
some reason, that well gave off a nice scent. A nice scent? I don't know what it was, but it smelled sweet like candy. This scent, I believe we've come across it before. Knightley's body was giving off a sweet candy-like scent. We used a police dog to track that scent, and that led us to discover the tunnel. By any chance, could this be the same scent as the well? That the scent proves the body was carried down through the tunnel. Exactly. And, J. Elbert, you're the only one who could have used the tunnel. Thank you, Mr. Elbert. I'm very grateful to you. At last the truth comes to light. Mr. Elbert, wouldn't it be wise to confess now? To being an accomplice, I mean. Don't tell me even you suspect me to. Judge Courtney, it seems you and I have come to the same conclusion. Not at all. Our thoughts on the matter are still quite different. Mr. Elbert was certainly an accomplice, but an accomplice to Horace Knightley.
Hold it!
What do you mean? Mr. Elbert did not move the body. He simply lent the victim his keys. It would seem that Mr. Elbert did indeed strike Mr. Knightley on the head. However, Mr. Knightley was not knocked out. The two must have made a little negotiation. Negotiation? For Mr. Knightley's escape plan to work, he would have needed the keys to his cell. So, Mr. Elbert stole them from the guard. On the other hand, for Mr. Elbert to escape, he needed to get Mr. Knightley's cell. But if Mr. Knightley had seen him and yelled, the plan would have gone down the drain. And so they negotiated. I didn't negotiate nothing. Oh, you still intend to deny it? I see. So in other words, we're back where we started. Mr. Elbert opened the cell door, and Mr. Knightley entered Mr. Keyes' cage. And then he was moved into the prison. Of course! And then he was killed in the prison workroom. Weren't you listening? The scent on the body shows it must have been moved through the tunnel. Knightley was moved from the detention center through the tunnel. Please wait until someone is finished before speaking. I do not claim that he wasn't moved through the tunnel. What? You don't? The scent shows that the body was moved through that tunnel. However, that does not mean it came from the detention center. What do you mean? That sure sounds like a contradiction to me. Isn't there one more possibility? The well in the courtyard.
Justine's gavel is the selfie stick.
It's a great image. It's possible the body was dropped down from there.
The courtyard? Ah! The well in the courtyard! Mr. Keyes carried the cage, but not to the workroom, but to the courtyard. Mr. Knightley was killed in the courtyard, and his body was dropped down the well. And then the body at the bottom of the well was moved by Mr. Dogan's dog. Now there's one thing I'd like you all to remember. Before the body was discovered, what was happening in the courtyard? The animal show, right? Regina and Simon were there. Wait, Simon? Ah! I see you understand. Who then dropped the body down the well? Judge Courtney. She's a tough opponent. Her flexible way of thinking enables her to adapt and come up with her own deductions. Mr. Knightley was not carried to the workroom, but to the courtyard, and Mr. Keyes was off the stage for 15 minutes. This was when he dropped Mr. Knightley down the well. It's as simple as that. Judge Courtney, your reasoning is sound, I'll admit that. However, let's say the body was dropped down the well. That didn't have to be done during the show. It could have happened at a different time. Unfortunately for you, Prosecutor,
That is not possible. Oh my god, I'm yawning so hard. When the show started, Mr. Albert was in the tunnel on his way to the cell block. Mr. Albert, at that time, did you happen to see a body in the tunnel?
Nope, nothing like that.
So if the body had been dropped before the show, Albert would have seen it. However, he has stated he did not see a body. So it is impossible to think the body was dropped before the show, and after the show the body was discovered in the workroom. In other words, the body being dropped down the well and moved to the workroom could only have been done during the show, and the only one who could have done it is Simon Keyes. If the body was moved through the well, that does put Mr. Keyes at a major disadvantage. However, the notion that the body was moved through the well is only a hypothesis. That doesn't mean there's evidence. I'm obligated to recognize that fact. Will you allow me to investigate the courtyard once more? I give my approval in the name of the goddess of law. Reinvestigating the courtyard. I fear this may be our final chance. What? Everyone, please remain calm. This is just the signal for the evening.
I love these pixel sprites.
It's a little loud, so I can understand why you'd be surprised. Sure scared me.
Is the goddess of law the Lordess?
I'm terribly sorry. And with that, everyone, please return to your posts. J. Albert, it's also time for you to return to your room. Warden Roland, we will be proceeding to the courtyard for another investigation. Isn't it time for you to go home as well, Mr. Edgeworth? Looks like we're out of time. Why don't you continue this another time? But the investigation. Today's been a big day, right? With the escaped prisoner and all. So I'm afraid I can't let outsiders like you loiter any longer. This is my decision as well as the warden of this prison. Looks like it can't be helped. The warden's words can be called the law of this prison. Prosecutor Edgeworth, this means we will have to carry our investigation another day. Until then, you may hold on to your prosecutor's badge. And with that, I leave you. What an abso-fucking-lute queen. Now I think it's time you all left. Well, it looks like we'll have to continue this investigation tomorrow. Knightley's body was dropped down the well, and it was carried to the workroom from Mr. Albert's cell. This is Judge Courtney's logic, but is it correct? And Judge Courtney claims that Mr. Keyes transported him, but was Mr. Keyes really the only one chance to move him? Mr. Edgeworth, let's do our best tomorrow. We have to save Simon no matter what. Indeed, I agree. I must prove Mr. Keyes' innocence without fail. Oh my fucking god, this case isn't over yet. Oh my god, it's been almost 3 hours. I don't want to keep going. I'm too tired. Oh, so basketball court. Neat. Okay. So I look forward to on Sunday, I guess. Okay, next stream should be Sunday. I don't fucking know what time. Again, really depends on my mood, if I'm doing anything. I'm gonna try to aim for 10 my time, but really, I can't.
At least they have
anything.
saved places that aren't shit long apart.
I mean, that thing was pretty fucking long. Because I had to save in between to try and fix the audio. Yeah, next stream should be Sunday, assuming I'm not doing anything else. This has been fun. I'm enjoying the shit of this so far. Although this case is very fucking long. I'm a little disappointed I didn't get to rip Sebastian a new one, but I'm sure I'll get my chance tomorrow. In-game.
Spirit
Sunday
of Justice
in-game.
and the Great Ace Attorney was much longer. It's no rise from the ashes, but it was a decent chunk of time.
My cousin, they're on Rise from the Ashes. They haven't even gotten to the first trial yet, and they're saying how much they don't like the case. And I'm like, oh, buddy, you've just begun. You have no fucking clue.
Everyone, you have to drink water.
Thank you, Daycare Ladybot. Yeah, Sunday stream. Continue this. Hopefully fucking finish it. I don't know what to think. I don't know who did it. I'm excited to find out. No spoilers. I will see y'all later. See y'all. Bye.